Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we had an awkward succession, which caused us to have an awkward war, which caused us to actually lose these three kingdoms. However, it's not a big deal. It really isn't, because we already have de jure claims on all of these. So all we need now is to wait until these truces are up, and then we can reconquer these one at a time. And it's not a problem at all. So that's absolutely fine. For the time being, we are working on getting our military worked up here. Now, we have armored horsemen stationed over this direction. We're no longer ill, which is good. So they're currently stationed here. We're replacing this with a stable, and we definitely want to bump up our armored horseman size, right? That is a pretty important thing here. Losing these three kingdoms is mildly painful, but they're powerful enough that we're not expecting them to immediately be gobbled up by neighbors during the truce period, and so we'll be able to reconquer them without any significant issue at this point. So that's absolutely great. We're going to continue to work up these armored horsemen as our income comes in for the next little while. We're walking our dog. Fantastic. This guy we're going to decline, even though we would like the gold. Cool. So we'll continue to get these armored horsemen going here. Okay, the Pope is giving out claims on everything. A pressed claim on the Empire of Francia, huh? Yeah, he's giving out all sorts of claims. This guy's a problem. Why are you so angry, Pope? Because we're vengeful and deceitful. And domination hostility. Okay. Well, the Pope's a bit of a jerk. But that's fine. I'm not actually thinking that there's going to be any problems here. We want a wooden warrior, huh? Do we want to get content here? What about fickle? Actually, none of these get us additional stewardship. I think we'll become content because that will probably make the Pope happier. Actually, he doesn't care. Okay, never mind. We did just inherit this county, and we're going to grant that right on out. We don't want to hold that. Now, there is actually this vassal that we can transfer over to jure, and I think that's a good idea. We'll definitely do that for now. Our regent is now more powerful. Okay, right, she's self-interested. We do need to swing the scales here. And let's leverage prestige here. Okay, so we'll swing that against our aunt/regent here. Her being self-interested is certainly a bit of a problem. Let's move her over to fill coffers there. And this is acceptable. We'll take that money. Absolutely. This is acceptable as well. And we'll put that money directly into boosting up our armored horsemen a little bit. Cool. Apparently Discord isn't muted. That's exciting. Okay. Well, I'm just going to close Discord. Fantastic. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. So Discord is closed, and let's boost up our armored horsemen. We just inherited this county as well, and this, of course, needs to be granted right on out. There we go. No problem there. This ransom is acceptable. Cool. So how long on these truces? 4 years. 3 March 1331. Okay. Will we be of age by then? Yes, we will. And there we go. There goes one of our knight acclaimants. There's just so much upkeep on this, to be honest. So if we were to restore any of these inactive, we actually can. Noted. So this one is Idealist and Stewart. We must have inherited this one. I'm going to destroy first of the rearguard. We can appoint someone as the Silver Pilgrim or the Sword of God. And let's go for the Sword of God. We'll appoint... Actually, hang on. Let's see here. Let me go back. The Silver Pilgrim, we could do Dalibor for. We do that. And then for this one, we would need to grab the Sword of God. Now, there was someone in there who was eligible, but wasn't actually going to be a thing. And I don't know who it was. Hang on. I'm going to pause the recording here. I'm going to look into the paused recording, and I'll see who that was. Just one moment. This is something that Paradox really needs to fix. Okay, having looked back through the recording, it is this guy, Michael, the Skill 12 guest. So it's very strange that that doesn't show up as a possibility in the accolade, right? And in my opinion, Paradox really needs to fix that. And that's also the reason why we can't restore accolades, because this guy is available, but we can't actually see it, which is wild. So we have to pay to recruit this guy as our courtier. Then we have to force him to be a knight. Then we can go into our inactive accolades, appoint him here. Okay. Any successors available here? No, we'll seek one. Any successors available here? Actually, yes. And who are these guys? Age 44? Okay, we'll go with the younger guy. Fantastic. Then over here, do we have a successor? No, obviously, because we just appointed that. And no successor available here either. Cool. So that does allow us to boost up our bombards to size 18, which we will definitely do. We can also boost up our spearmen to size 19, which we will definitely do as well. So we'll move that on up, and just waiting on a payment here. Any moment now. There we go. And that's now maxed out as well. Our regent is attempting to further their mandate, which is to make us gold. And they are failing at that, which is, you know, fine. This guy just became our new regent. He is also self-interested. He is ambitious. That's mildly unfortunate. We can work on swaying him, and we'll definitely do that for the time being. So that's all just fine. I would like to boost up our number of armored horsemen here. So we'll bring that straight on up. Why is this at 950? Are these 50 each? I guess they must be. Fascinating. Yeah, it is. Okay, noted. That is absolutely fine. So this guy is obviously going to be another problem, right? He's being a bit of a jerk, and we'll have to do something about him. But for now, there's not a lot that can be done for this moment. So we'll boost up our armored horsemen here. An accolade successor has been found for Captain of the Occitan Noble Cavalry. Ah, here. So that's Grigoris. He is skill 11. So what do we got here? This guy. Excellent. So we get a successor here. Now we can't seek another worthy successor for a couple of years. So we can't do anything for the Silver Pilgrim, and we can't do anything for the Sword of God either. Okay. For now, that's fine. We'll boost up our armored horsemen. We have a Dynasty Legacy available. And what do we want to take here? Do we want to walk the Sacred Path? Honestly, kind of. Although Pursuit and Retreat losses reduction and CB cost minus 20%, that's actually really strong for us. That's probably better for us than walking the Sacred Path for now. We'll take Generational Belligerence. I know we were going down Erudition previously. We're kind of all over the place right now. There's no doubt about that. But that's okay. What is this ransom? This is actually acceptable. Was this our previous... Hang on. This was our previous regent, who is now imprisoned by our current regent. And our regent is attempting to ransom her to us. No. She was a jerk. Get out of here. We're not going to accept that. This is acceptable. Absolutely. And we'll bump our armored horseman up to size 18. Looks good. We can transfer this vassal over, which we're okay with doing. And we're currently not actually endorsed by our patriarch. We should probably do something about that. But for right now, this is reasonably fine. I want to get us maxed out on... Okay, their truce with us ended. Okay. I don't think that was anybody who actually mattered, but we'll double check here. Correct. Hello, pause menu. So that's all good. We now have our men-at-arms maxed out, so we don't need to put additional money into that. That, of course, does mean that we need to boost up this stable, right? That's absolutely a thing that we need. This stable and this blacksmith both need to be boosted up as well, so we'll continue to work on that. No doubt about that one. So we're currently not endorsed by our patriarch. That will eventually change. I do want to still be swaying our regent, He's at minus 59 opinion of us. It's kind of a lot. But we'll work on it. He's got poor aptitude, and we get domain limit +1 out of it. It's not great, right? No doubt about that. It's very, very not great. But I guess it's fine for now. So over here, we're going to build a workshop. In Toledo, we're going to upgrade our militia camp. That all seems good. Our regent skimmed from the mandate and is now more powerful. Wait, what? Ah. Our beloved empire, the Empire of Francia, has fallen and fallen far. We barely control any of its traditional territories. So we could destroy the Empire of Francia and get a pressed claim on it. Or we could spend 2,000 prestige and 2,000 fame. And that's what we're going to do. We do just need more time. We are going to get this back. We're just waiting on the truce, right? It's kind of wild that that happened like 2 years after we lost this territory. That's not long enough for the truces to wear out. We're definitely going to get this territory back. I'm not concerned about it. So for now, that's fine. We want to hold this empire title still. Absolutely. It's going to be way harder to get this back if we don't. So that's going to be necessary. We're negative on our piety. Because we're vengeful and deceitful. Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't mind getting rid of those. But for now, it'll have to do. Now, we're currently 15, and the question is, are we going to be able to get rid of our regent here once we come of age? We're failing to sway him with a success chance of 89%. That's not ideal. That's very non-ideal. Well, we'll see what ends up happening with that. For the time being, we're mostly just waiting out these truces and spending our gold. That's what we've got going on here. Let's work on our Tunnelers Guild here. And we can definitely work on hide tents to continue to boost this up. The Pope is continuing to grant out claims on our empire, which is very rude of him, by the way. We'll invite the city's representatives. There we go. There's a scheme at court. I'm not shocked about this at all. We're in a kind of precarious situation right now. There's a dangerous faction here. It's a disillusion faction. Okay, so we definitely need to try to do something about this. We've got cousins. Regent is not loyal enough. Okay, so I would like to do something about this guy, ideally. I know we have siblings. Where are our siblings? Okay. At our court? You are not at our court, though. So let's invite you to court. There we go. Now, these guys are really, really close to not being high enough to be a problem here. But I would definitely like to deal with one of these two, right? And, I mean, this is currently our rival, which is mildly awkward. This regent is not loyal enough to consent to being married off. This guy's the regent, though. What are you a regent for? I'm confused what she's a regent for. Okay, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We're going to leverage prestige here and swing the scales of power against this guy. He's absolutely a jerk. He's also frustrated. Sure. Now we can definitely theoretically do something here. And what that would end up looking like is we would want to marry off our sister, right? So why is she our player heir instead of our half-brother? I wonder. That would be why. Different father. Okay. So that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. So he's in our territory. So now, theoretically, can we do this marriage? Will not result in an alliance. Okay. Noted. So that's not ideal. Definitely not. This is a ways out still. We could demand conversion from this guy. He might accept. Might. And he actually does, for a hook. I'll do it. He gains a favor hook on us, And I would like to arrange a marriage here between him and our player heir and sister. And actually, now it's showing up. Beautiful. So that's absolutely great. So he'll do that. And of course, we're expecting to have a different player heir. We maybe should have done that matrilineally, but it's fine. So we're not currently betrothed. And we'll want to get betrothed at some point, but we'll wait for right now until we come of age. We're going to come of age in just a couple of months here. So no problem whatsoever there. How are we doing on our truces? Okay, let's see here. Fine, I didn't need it anyway. Okay. I just want to double check over here. So we've got Gao over this way. These, I think, also broke away, didn't they? Yes, they did. Okay, we can conquer them back as well. That's not a problem. I'm really not concerned about that. These are the big ones, and it doesn't really matter, all things considered. Our regent just tried to claim our throne. This guy's a problem. We've come of age, and now the question is, what can we do about this guy? Can we do anything here at all? 104, 134. Yeah, nothing really. Okay. So we gained the trait Republican heir. That's fine. And we also are Midas touched. So at 9 of 11 domain, we can absolutely arrange a marriage here between ourselves and... someone like this. Yeah, looks good. So we'll do that. We're no longer rowdy, and we're going to work on killing this guy. Cool. We're going to go stewardship, wealth focus here. Absolutely. That puts us at currently... This guy used his hook to become our steward. Okay, I like it. That's good. New culture head. Yes. We're not married currently. Has that marriage not gone through? I guess it didn't. Send proposal. Same person. There we go. Excellent. Now, she does have this city title. And we'll get some gold here. So, the fact that she has this city title is certainly mildly awkward. What can we do about that? I mean, we don't really need her to be managing our domain since we have Republican heir and Midas touched. So I think it's probably fine, all things considered. We can declare war on our wife? Awkward. It would actually be on her liege. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. It's fine. So for the time being, we can take back 2 of these territories. I would like to revoke this title, 10% chance of acceptance, and potentially, it doesn't really matter which of these, 100% chance of acceptance. Done. Fantastic. What do we got over here? 24% chance? This guy's imprisoned right now, so we could definitely do that. Beautiful. Now we need a spy master, and that will be this lady. Cool. This ransom is acceptable, and we, of course, need to spend some gold. So we've got ourselves spearmen over here. Let's upgrade our blacksmiths to continue to upgrade our troops here. We'll upgrade our stables. This is, of course, going to want to upgrade... I mean, I don't think any of these will actually upgrade these bombards any further. I don't think the trip hammers are useful for that. They're useful for the holding tax increase, right? So in that case, we probably go for something just along the lines of upgrading our water mill. That'll be fine. Out over this direction, of course, we would want to continue to upgrade our stables. Wonderful. How are we doing on these truces? 10 months. So we're going to take these back one at a time, and then we're going to focus heavily down here. Now, some of these might be eaten up by Mali, and we'll see what we end up having down here. We do have some de jure stuff over here, but we could also struggle clash them in theory, eventually. We're low on prestige. We need to get Francia back, right? So that's going to be a big deal here. So we're just waiting on these truces to wear out. We've got 9 months on that. Mustering halls in Toledo, finishing up. Sounds good. So this is boosting up our armored footmen. So really what we want here is to build like our military granaries or goldsmithies or even our conscription center. We'll go for military granaries for now. Looks good. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we got going on? 15 opinion. This seems fine. We need more reliable men, definitely. Cool. So that'll be fine. Now, I do want to take a look at our scheme that we've got going on here, right? So we need to... No one wants to get involved here. Okay. Absolutely no one wants to get involved in this. Now, we have a known criminal reason on this guy. But we can't actually take an overt hostile action against him. I really wish we could trigger a civil war to get rid of our regent. I would be willing to do that at this moment. Unfortunately, we can't do that, so we're going to have to content ourselves with just waiting out these truces and taking back Aquitaine, France, and Tahert, and these border regions down here. So that'll be fine. It's not the biggest of deals. We're going to not really have a problem with any of that. We can hold court. We're not going to for now. Our truce with somebody just ended. Was it anyone important? Not France, not Aquitaine, not Tahert. Okay. So that's fine for now. We're just waiting out these truces. We've got another 3 months on them. Now 2 months. Fantastic. Nosewise is at the meeting. Cool. And yeah, these odds are not great. We do have an agent in here, apparently, at this point. He's not good, but he's something. This guy's trying to abuse power. A claim on the Empire of Francia again. The Pope is being an absolute jerk, but we're not shocked about that, right? Our truce here is going to be up very shortly, so we're going to be going after Aquitaine as soon as possible, which is basically right now. So we're going to seize all de jure lands here. And the Queen of Burgundy we get the favor hook on? That's a little wild. Now, this is going to be a lot of prestige, right? No doubt about that. Out of curiosity, what else could we do? I mean, I think this is the way to go. We do need prestige. Spending all of our prestige on maintaining the Empire title definitely hurt us, and I should have run a grand tournament before now. That's very clear. I think what we do right now is we do seize all de jure lands here, despite the fact that we're going to drop a level of fame. So something like this, and then we're going to work on building up our level of fame again. So we raise all of our forces. Yes, we lose a level of fame. As soon as we're done with this, we can think about... Oh, we're not going to get any ticking war score because of this flashing. Okay. That's fine. As soon as we're done with this, we can think about getting ourselves... Will you do? Actually, let's put this guy in charge. Okay. We'll think about getting ourselves Francia as well. We need more prestige for sure. And what is this faction? Yeah, this guy's being a jerk. Get out of here, Pope. So, King of Badajoz, huh? We might be able to do something about that. Probably, in fact. So we would arrange a marriage over here with our half-brother. Consider it done. Okay, so let's split off some forces here. We need to go fight these guys, right? So bombards and a few levy forces. We're going to wander on over. We will take some attrition here, but it's not that big of a deal. We will put in Michael here, and actually, let's just head up towards his capital at this point. That'll be fine. Beautiful. Now, I'm not shocked that we've got this faction to install brewing up here. So this is the King of Al-Andalus, and what can we do about him? We've got this prince here. So what we would end up having to do is breaking this betrothal, which will cost us more prestige. And we would end up arranging a marriage over here, ideally matrilineal, which he would accept. So we'll do that. Fantastic. Now we need to start getting children, right? That's going to be a pretty big deal for us. But we're going to head on over here and get some fighting done. We're also going to be sieging his capital. Fantastic. So we stack wiped a significant portion of their troops there. In fact, we stack wiped all of their forces. Except for this mercenary force here, I suppose. We just took over their capital as well. So this is all looking good. Okay, you're using your hook in that way? Sure. That's fine for now. So this is continuing to brew up. Alsark is now the problem. I'm not shocked about that. We're going to get this back. And this war is over. So we'll enforce those demands. There we go. And we'll disband these troops. Now, we need the kingdom title here. So we'll usurp this, and we'll gain 400 prestige out of that. That will then get granted over to this guy, who becomes the new King of Aquitaine. There we go. Now, that's back under our control. We need to deal with our regent, who is a problem. And we also need to deal with this faction in 4 months. Now, I'm not too concerned about this faction. We can't actually end our entrenched regency, sadly. Sadly, that's not something we can do. We can, however, usurp the Duchy of Gascony, which I'm going to do for the 300 prestige. We'll do that right now. So that's absolutely fine, and we'll grant that over to this guy. Perfect. So he'll remain our vassal, and that will boost up our power levels somewhat. The more important thing here, of course, is at this moment, I want to run a grand tournament. So we'll plan a grand tournament, and that'll be here in Toledo. We'll add a melee contest. We'll add an archery contest. We'll add a joust contest. What else do we have here? Okay, we're basically the same level of aptitude at any of these. Sure. So something kind of like this. We're not going to travel. We're already here. So that's not a problem. Our champion can be this guy. Sure. Why not? He'll probably not get anything at all done. And we'll need a fair amount of additional gold for these prizes. Okay. This ransom is acceptable. We'll get some gold out of that. This ransom is absolutely not acceptable. So we'll decline that one. And the question is, when is this faction actually going to fire? We would definitely like to get this tournament done. Now, the wilderness can be such a dangerous place. Let's see what happens. He escaped unharmed. I'm not surprised about that. If at first you don't succeed, we'll try again. So that's okay. This guy's a vassal. We decline. This guy is acceptable. So we need a little bit more gold here, 910, to get this grand tournament going. And we'll certainly look to do that. Well, now 900. Any moment on this cash. 591. And yeah, this faction is going to be a problem. No doubt about it. We'll try for the prestige here. And we got it. Wonderful. 591 gold to go. Any moment on this gold. Are we currently paused? Apparently we are. Okay, I don't know when that happened. Fantastic. New perk for the stewardship lifestyle. We'll definitely take this. And let's grab golden obligations. Okay, so we can now demand payments. Done and done. Fantastic. There are some grand tournaments being held right now, but we want to hold our own. So we're going to... Not grand wedding. We're going to go back into here. We have to redo all of these, sadly. We have the same aptitude for, like, all of these, so it doesn't really matter. We'll do that, and we'll have this guy be our champion. Select you. Perfect. And we're going to do some of this. There we go. So now we're starting up our grand tournament. And the question is, when are these guys going to send their ultimatum? The answer is anytime. So we're going to pre-raise our forces here. We're not yet qualifying. So we need to 765 eventually. Okay, so here's the claimant demand. We will not be threatened. And we can manage things from here. Okay. So our forces are here right now. We're going to stop gathering, and we're going to siege. Beautiful. 2-1, and yep, the tournament is opening. We'll visit the tourney grounds, and double or nothing or go again. Cool. We're close to qualifying here. We won the bet, and we need a new steward. That'll be this guy. Phenomenal. And we're going to siege down this guy's capital here. What do we get? 14%? Okay. We're going to head out over this way. A king arrived in Toledo, making us some prestige. Let's check in on this situation here. Okay. Our score would increase moderately. Do it. So we're now guaranteed to qualify. Looks good. We're going to head on over this way and look to stack wipe this force. They're actually going over here. What kind of numbers do they have? 81k? Noted. So we don't want to directly fight them, right? Okay, come on, get up here. We're actually not going to catch them here. Sure, we'll catch them up over this way. So I do want to raise up some additional forces. We didn't raise all of our units because of timing. The melee contest is now beginning. Glory will, of course, be ours. And what do we think here? I think that Ronald is the threat. Okay, all is fair. Fantastic. So now we're going to head off over this direction. What else do we have going on? 64% chance of our score increasing greatly. Done. We'll get some dread. 56% chance of successfully retrieving our weapon. Done. We'll try it. We successfully retrieved our weapon. Good. And 47% chance of our score increasing greatly, leading to... Is this a victory? No, it's just a pause. Okay. That's fine. One more push. Cool. So, we have successfully triumphed here. And we're not qualifying for archery just yet. So, we won the melee. I like it. We are not currently qualifying for archery, so let's get some training done. We're now guaranteed to qualify. Now we're going to hop up over here. And I want to split off some forces here. So I want to split bombards and some levy troops, something like this. We're going to take these guys up here. I want to bring in some mercenaries as well. So we've got like 1,500 gold. Noted. We'll bring in possibly... I feel like we've got most of this covered. We'll bring in these archers in case they have light infantry. We don't really have anything to stop light infantry at this moment. So for right now, that'll be fine. Pope is still being a jerk. Yes, that is expected. So we're going to head down over this way. We do need a siege commander here. We're at 47% war score right now. And we're going to make our way up over here where they have a significant number of forces, but it's not all of their forces yet. And actually, they're moving out over here. This is a really bad place for them to move. They should not move here. The archery contest is beginning, and we will show the world our skill. Phenomenal. So we stack wiped that force. I love it. Our score will increase moderately here. Okay. This guy's score would decrease slightly. Do it. So we're definitely winning this battle over here. Our score will increase moderately. I like it. And one last knock. Our score decreases greatly. That's not amazing. Let's see what happens here. I don't think... Maybe we won. I don't know. Hard to say. We won. Fantastic. So that's very, very good. Now we're going to do the recital. Remove these troublemakers. Okay. So we won this battle over here. That is, of course, a very big deal. Winning this battle is incredibly important for us. We're at 67% war score right now. So that is definitely noted. We're going to come out over this direction. These guys are retreating in a somewhat awkward way. But for now, this seems reasonably fine. We're at 80% war score. And we did qualify. Fantastic. Okay. We'll take a bow and make our leave. Excellent. And we love a challenge, indeed. So we're going to continue to chase these guys down if we can. Score increasing here. There we go. One last verse. Okay, what happens here? Did we win? I think we did. And we're on course to qualify for the joust. So that's great. We won that tournament. Wonderful. We're continuing to try to chase these guys down a bit. We're at 89% war score right now. And we should have ticking on our side. Soon, anyway. We don't apparently have it now. I'm hoping this will end it. These guys are still outrunning us. 98%. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so the jousting is beginning. We are ready, and we are going to get 60% of score increasing moderately. Okay. 58%. Aim high, go low. And I think we lost this one. Yeah, we did. Okay, that's fine. Bad roll, but we've already won a number of these, so we could just disqualify this guy. It's only 4 tyranny, honestly. He cheated. Definitely. He definitely cheated. We can do this. Let's have our score increase greatly here. I like it. And again, aim high, go low. And we won this time. Fantastic. So that's great. We're well past time to put a cut in, which is kind of awkward here, but I want to be done with this situation by the time this episode is over. So we'll continue to go here. We're made of sterner stuff than that. We are wounded right now. Again, we're going to aim high, go low. And we win. Fantastic. So that is great. Victory. We're not done with our joust just yet, though. Now we are. So we win that. We're on track to qualify for the wrestling contest. And they finished up a siege, but we're going to finish here, and the war is over. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. Phenomenal. So with that done, we're now ready to go back after France to Hert and take back some of these territories over here. I can see that some of these border territories have gotten gobbled up. I'm not shocked about that. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We do need to deal with this regent, of course. Unfortunately, there are no agents for it. Very, very sad, but here we are. With that, it's past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we're going to take back France and Hert very quickly, and we're also going to focus on getting these back very, very swiftly. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.